Hey guys, Silverlord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Batman, the animated series, Target exclusive. Oh, jeez, don't worry, it's almost over. Edward E. Nygma, aka the Riddler. That said, this is part of the Lockup Collect-a-Build figure wave, and it's brought to us by the fine folks over at DC Direct / McFarlane Toys, and is one of the characters I did not have from the original line, much like Commissioner Gordon. Joker I did have, but this one was a little different, so, you know, was warrant purchase. So, therefore, I was able to actually complete the Lockup Build-A-Figure, Collect-a-Build-Figure, Collect-a-Connect, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the other figure in the wave was Batman from Blind as a Bat, but I use him on the Bat Bike, and he looks like a normal Batman, so yay me. And he also has the added articulation, so it's a little bit different from the Batman I already have. That's a little bit more basic. Favors aesthetic more than articulation, but as far as accessories go, and we got right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Edward E. Nygma has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with a collectible trading card. Bio on the back. Riddler's kind of a jerk off, I'm not gonna lie. He is not one of my favorite Batman villains, but I had to have this figure because I love this show. I've been watching it as of late, and I haven't actually got to an episode with the Riddler in it. That said, he of course comes with his Riddler cane, which doesn't have a question mark on it, so I don't know if that's accurate, but there you go. I know the Kenner figure had a question mark on his cane, so I don't know what's going on here. He does have invert of the hands he's got on him, so he's got a fist and he's got a grip hand there. And then he's got, I don't know what these are. I mean, they're hands, but they look like they're supposed to hold his cane. Is it a walking cane? I highly doubt that will fit in there. It doesn't really serve a purpose, Lottie. It just kind of, I don't know if this is supposed to be his relaxed hand or if you're supposed to be able to lean the cane into that and he'll hold it. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do with it. It'd be nice if we could actually like grip onto it, but that doesn't appear to be happening right now. I'll have to fiddle with that off camera, but at any rate, he's got a few extra hands. Now, I feel like this guy got stiffed on the hands. I feel like everyone else, especially the Joker, got a bunch of hands. But this guy, he just has two sets. I feel like he probably came with more back in the day, but you know how I feel about all hands. So, taking a look-see at the Riddler. Very difficult to stand. Like, if I try this, oh, sure, he's going to stand now, you freaking jerk, but he's a little tricky to stand. But he does look like the Riddler from Batman Animated Series. I think I have a little McDonald's toy of this guy somewhere. I know I don't have the old Kenner one, which his suit jacket, I think, was unbuttoned on that. Much like the Two-Face, which look forward to him from the Maxi Zeus wave. But at any rate, as far as articulation goes, this head will rotate. It will tilt side to side. Look up and down a little bit. Shoulders will move out this far. Not too shabby. One thing I haven't commented on is the cell shading. That's because this wave doesn't really have it. He might have it a little bit. Old Edward E. Nygma there, but I don't think he's got it a ton. Shoulders will rotate. He's got single jointed elbows, but there we go. They're a little tough to move. He's got rotation in the elbow, swivel in the wrist. No hinges on the wrist. Unfortunately, he does have a waist twist though. Hips will kick up and down, out, back down. He does have a single jointed knee. There we go. Oh, it's like ratcheted. That's kind of sweet. But he does have a single jointed knee. Get about that much. Yeah, you pretty much get about that much. Not a lot. Not gonna lie. That is nothing to write home about. Absolutely nothing. His feet will twist. But like Commissioner Gordon and the Joker, no hinge or rocker or anything in there. So you're just kind of stuck. So yeah, not the most dynamic line of figures, but I like them for the looks. I don't really buy them for posing and stuff. They usually just go on the shelf when I'm done reviewing them. I reviewed a bunch of the older ones on the old channel, so it just makes sense that I'm reviewing the new ones on the new one, right? Right? Maybe not. But at any rate, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Edward E. Enigma, aka the Riddler, alongside the rest of this collect-to-build lockup figure wave. We have Commissioner James Gordon and good old Mr. J. And as I mentioned in all my reviews for this wave, it's men in suits and ties wave. I don't know what's going on there, but we also got a couple of men with hats, a couple of men with trench coats. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But as usual, these three scale nicely together. That said, of the three, Edward E. Enigma, the Riddler, is the most difficult to stand. Now, I'm not going to lie, he's fallen down more than once on me and has almost driven me insane. Almost. We'll see how bringing in our two regulars, these two out of the way, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulith, there. The infamous K11 Spawn, who is not a Mythic Legion's figure. Stupid Overlord. But yeah, that went pretty well, I guess. Spawn almost took a tumble there, but he almost always does because I'm stupid toe joints. But as you can see, despite the fact that he almost took a tumble, he still towers over everyone because he is not a 6-inch scale figure. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from being a victim of its time, much like the rest of the figures in this lockup, build-a-figure wave, collect-a-build wave, collect and connect wave, whatever you want to call it wave, yes, I am very much a fan of good old Edward E. Enigma, aka the Riddler, here, and I'm very happy to add him to not only my Batman Animated Series collection, but my DC Universe collection as a whole, because between this version and the Jim Carrey version of the character, it's by far one of my favorite interpretations of, once again, the Riddler. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.